Let's talk about how often you open your phone for 2 minutes and suddenly it becomes 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 45 minutes. You don't plan it, you don't even enjoy most of it, but you still cannot stop. Now, before you judge yourself, let me tell you, you are not lazy, you are not weak, you are just being conditioned this way. Today, I'm going to share with you why exactly do we scroll, and more importantly, how do you stop and take control of your time. Let's begin. Let's talk about the why first. The situation right now is such that everybody, parents, kids, Gen X, millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, everybody is stuck in a loop. We move from one screen to another, and everybody is just glued to them, and it almost feels like we are all stuck in a glitch where we just can't get out of this cycle of screens. And on the odd occasions when we reflect, we feel guilty of our screen time. We think it's our fault, we think we don't have discipline, but we don't know the real why behind it. So the thing is such that now it's not the game of willpower or motivation or discipline anymore. It's now the game of attention. And we are up against billion-dollar giants. Those companies have hired the smartest brains who are designing the apps in such a way that we become hooked to them. We are addicted to them. Every swipe, every video, every notification is built to keep you going, just so you keep saying just one more video. But here's what I've realized. I don't believe anybody wakes up in the morning and thinks, today I'm going to scroll for hours and waste hours of my time only on things that do not matter to me. That is not the goal that you set out for your day. However, due to the busyness of life, due to everything that you have to do in your day, phones become an easy escape and an easy comfort for you. And that comfort, that becomes your goal. And that is where this whole loop begins. However, if you look closely, there are only 3 reasons that are responsible for your scrolling. 3 reasons why you cannot stop scrolling. And once you know them, once you see them, probably you will be able to look at the scrolling a little bit differently. First reason is that your brain is constantly chasing what's next. Every swipe feels like maybe the next video will be better. A few minutes ago, you chose one video to watch with full intent. However, the moment it starts, you already start looking for what to watch next. You look at the side panel, you look at the bottom of the video. You are constantly just looking for better, just looking for what's next. And doing that, you are not able to focus on what's current. Second reason is you just don't know what's coming next. One post is boring. Second one is hilarious. And this surprise, that keeps you going. This is how the algorithm plays with your mind. They bury the good and the bad stuff together, all mixed up. This is not an accident. It is all very thoughtfully put together in your feed. And the third reason, there is no ending and there is no schedule. If you remember back in the day when we used to watch TV, we would sit around the TV based on the channel schedule. And at a certain time, a certain show or a certain movie would play and then it would end. However, now everything is on demand. Everything is on your schedule and nothing ever ends. There is no waiting, there are no interruptions. And if we want, we can sit and watch the same Netflix series for days at end without having to switch context. We can sit and scroll the same Instagram feed for hours and hours, and it will never end for us. What can be more comfortable than that? And due to this endless availability, your brain never hears you're done. And here's the scary part. Even when you have watched something that completely satisfied you, that you were looking for, that really spoke to you, you still would not stop. You still would want to go and watch the next piece of content, hoping that it would be better than the last one. And all of this is not just for the apps. It's more personal to you. You are scrolling because mostly, you're trying to fill a gap. When you're bored, you pick up your phone for 5 minutes. When you are stressed, you try to decompress, you try to take a break. And when you're avoiding something, you tell yourself that I'm gonna get to it after watching this video. Does that sound familiar? And if you're a parent, it matters so much more because the younger ones in our home, they think this is the default behavior. If you think about it, Gen Alpha, they do not even know that 10 years ago, a world without digital addictions used to exist. But we know it. We have seen those times. We know the difference, and which means that we have the freedom to choose the behavior we model in our own homes. And that is why the awareness is powerful. The moment you will notice these tactics that we just spoke about, you already have so much more control. So what do you actually do? Quitting social media or locking your phone away is trending, but it's not useful, it's not practical. It might sound cool to tell your friends, but we all know that it's not long lasting. However, let me share with you some little mindset shifts that will actually stick with you. Number one, decide an end limit. 5 videos, 10 scrolls, whatever it is, you decide your own limit and then you stick to it. Once those 5 scrolls or 10 videos are done, that's it, you close it. First few times will be hard, you won't even know that it's been 5 videos. However, with this, you're training your brain to know that there is an end. Number 2, take a pause. Before you pick up your phone, ask yourself, why am I doing this right now? Is there anything specific that I want to achieve on my phone? That one question, that one pause will help you in breaking the pattern. And number 3, the environment change. When you have the urge to use your phone, just do something else. Swap it with something else. Go and take a walk around the house or your office or in your backyard, whatever your situation is, just 30 seconds. Or go get yourself a glass of water or just do a stretch. Anything, but just change your environment. That's how real habits are built. By putting internal limits, by pausing and reflecting, and by curating your environment. And now, even after knowing all this, it could happen that you would sit and scroll on your phone and spend some hours on it. However, please remember that it's not because you're lazy, it's not because you're weak, it's because you're up against some very powerful people. And we've all been there. It's okay to fail once, but tell yourself that you do not want to fail twice. Small shifts, small pauses, building your inner strength is gonna give you your attention back. And that's the real growth. Nobody wins by quitting their phone. That's just delaying the progress. But by learning how to win your phone, learning how to master your phone, that's when you will win. If you have made this far in the video, I'm sure you needed some of these tools, or you may know somebody who would benefit from this. Please share it with them, because who knows, maybe right now they are also scrolling away without even knowing why. I'll see you in the next one.